Hello, darlings. Today I want to talk about facing your fears and what that means. And that we are in a time now where we used to just talk about our fears, figure out what our fears were, but not really do anything about them. But I feel like that time is over now. And we're getting bigger and bigger, we're facing bigger and bigger fears. It's no longer these small, minute little fears that we're facing anymore. So, well, how I think about it is a video game. And I think about going through all the different levels, and as you're going through the levels, you have to complete little obstacles along the way. And these obstacles help you gain skill. So let's say you struggle with procrastination and you're going through your little video game. And there are obstacles along the way where you have to get things turned in on a certain deadline and you actually complete that. Well, you get a +1 in your skill of turning things in on time. And there's lots of skills that you can learn as you go through the video game, but all of these skills lead up to your ability to defeat the dragon at the end of the level. Now, this dragon represents your fear, your greatest fear that you have on this level. And we all have multiple fears, that's why there's multiple levels. But these skills help us slay the dragon and go on to the next level. But that dragon's blocking you. That dragon is blocking you from moving on. That dragon's blocking you from abundance. I think it was Steve Harvey. I believe it was Steve Harvey. He was talking about that when he was a child, he had to write a paper about what their dream was or what they wanted to do. And his was to be on TV. And he wrote the paper, and then the teacher called him to the front of the class and to share his paper, he thought. And he was excited, like this is part of the plan. Like, he's getting out in front of people and speaking. He's going to get to share his paper with his class. And then come to find out, he goes up there and the teacher just ridicules him. It's like, you have a stuttering problem. What do you mean you want to be on TV or you want to talk to people? Like, you can't do that. So limiting beliefs, which just grows this dragon bigger and bigger each time. And so the dragon, and it's all based on perspective as well. If you think about it, some people are not afraid to fly and they fly every single day. And then there's some people that you could not convince to get on an airplane for anything. It does not matter what you offer them, they are not going. And again, there's some people that fly every day that don't have that fear. And it's all just based on perspective. Something that I'm afraid of may seem like a little anthill to someone else, but it is a molehill to me. But that goes for them as well. Something simple that I don't think would be that big of a deal to conquer is hard for other people. And so we just need to be understanding that everybody has their own fears, and these dragons are just illusions. They are not real. So what happens when we face this dragon? We go within ourselves. We're aware that we're even fighting a dragon. We become aware that we're even fighting a fear. But then we go within ourselves and figure out, what is making me scared of this dragon? What is keeping me blocked from my abundance? What is keeping me blocked from going on to the next level? Why am I so afraid? What is this fear that's trying to keep me from my blessings? What is this fear? And the way to undo fear is love. Love those parts of you. If it's abandonment, if you're scared to be abandoned, go within and find out why you're scared to be abandoned. What happened? Where did it start from? How can you change that? How can you feel nurtured and loved to not be abandoned? If you're going to feel rejection, how can you, what can you do? Those are the major dragons. Those are like big dragons. And some dragons are little, like just showing up to places on time and not getting distracted and not daydreaming. And we accomplish so much, and we don't even give ourselves credit for the small dragons that we slay, which are just as important as the big ones. The big ones just take a little longer. They take a little bit more skill. They're the higher up levels of the dragons that we have to destroy. So we find the fear within us and find out why we are so scared. Why are we afraid to take the leap? Why are we afraid to fly? Why are we afraid to soar? What is going on? Why are we so scared? Because I will say this, It's annoying to be trapped by fear. That dragon is very annoying, and you can only take so long of him just blocking you to where you're restless, you're aggravated, you're frustrated, you're stagnant, you're not going anywhere. It's like day in and day out, you're a robot. It's the same thing every single day. You wake up, you go to work, you come home, you're a zombie. It's just like over and over and over, the same routine. And that, you know, your routine may be however it is for you, but it's just like Groundhog Day. It's like, how many more episodes of this are we going to replay until something changes? But nothing is changing because your fear is keeping you there. Your fear is keeping you on that level. So it's just time to kind of, let's do this. Let's face this dragon. No more trying to escape it. No trying to numb it. No trying to run away from it. Let's face the dragon. We got this, okay? So what we're going to do is, with our skills, face this dragon and defeat it so we can move on to the next level. Face another fear, yay. But it's really not, once you unwind it and you love the parts of you that fear, or whatever the fear is, it's almost, it's kind of funny to look back on it and you're just like, why was I afraid of that? Or even in relationships, have you ever done this? Like, you look back and you're like, why was I even attracted to that? Like, what? Oh, goodness gracious. Or even, I just noticed certain things. I'm like, why? It doesn't even make sense. But it's because I had a fear, right? Like, I had a fear somewhere and I had to face that. And freedom is on the other side of fear. It's like the bird. The bird that gets to fly out of that cage can go anywhere, right? Like, it's got the world at its hands, at its wings. It's got the world at its wings. But it really can. It has freedom, and that's what you get on the other side. You realize, hey, I actually can handle this, and why was I so afraid of that? But it takes work to get through this storm. That's the rainbow. That's the sunshine and rainbows after the storm, when you're like, why did I date that? Why did I do that? Why was I afraid of that? Why didn't I think I could not conquer that? Because it's just a fear that we think we can't conquer, right? We're like, oh gosh, like, that dragon's too big, can't fight it, just have to stay suppressed, until we just get tired and we're like, no, I can't keep doing this over and over and over. Like, I'm just ready to battle it. I'm ready to go. I've got my armor on. I am suited up. I am this great warrior. I am ready to fight. I am ready to fight, dragon. You do not scare me anymore. Let's roll. And you just have to get to that point, honestly. I mean, there's nothing, my journey is not the same as yours, but you will get there. But when you're going through the storm, it seems so chaotic and bad and stormy and dark and dreary. But when you get out, you're just a new person. You defeated the dragon. You're leveling up. You're going to the next level, my darling. So if you resonated with this video, just go ahead and give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys on the next video. Mwah.